Cannot wait for this one. Wrexham against Cardiff in the Carabao Cup. We're in the last 16 now. The winners will be in the quarter-finals. It is North Wales against South Wales. This is the first time these two clubs have met since 2001, 2002. Cardiff did the double over Wrexham that season. Now Cardiff are in League One and Wrexham are in the Championship. This video is going to focus on why this is massive for Wrexham. Your Cardiff angles will be covered elsewhere on the DragonSports channel, so make sure you're subscribed and look out for that. For Wrexham, this is big for a number of reasons. First and foremost, on a very practical level, they have to get back to business at home, and recent signs have been good. Even though 6 home games in the Championship this season, only 1 win, 3 draws and 2 defeats, it's not been as strong as it has been, their home form, in the last few seasons, but very clear signs of improvement. First against Derby, then against Birmingham in 2-1 all draws, and then the win against Oxford, which they sincerely deserved. They also beat Hull on penalties and Reading in the last round at home in this competition. Clearly, any major success that Wrexham will achieve this season will need their home form to be back at its very, very top level. And I think they have to get used to winning big games again. This new Wrexham side at the racecourse ground. Yes, there are issues at the moment with the redevelopment that may be impacting the atmosphere, but surely this will be as good as it can possibly be, and it'd be fantastic for them if the players can respond with a dominant performance to establish themselves against this Cardiff side. It's going to look very interesting tactically, with Cardiff really enjoying possessing the ball and playing through the thirds, and Wrexham very, very happy out of possession, very, very happy waiting till they win it back and then attacking quickly with speed, physicality, and of course a lot of quality as well. I think Cardiff are going to really, really struggle with Wrexham going forward, and I would expect a comfortable Wrexham home win here. This is also a chance to play against a Premier League team, which has not happened for Wrexham under the ownership of Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. They are fairly likely, I would suggest, to be the last EFL team left in the competition if they can win this game, because Wycombe are at home to Fulham, who will be favourites to beat them. Grimsby are at home to Brentford, strong favourites to beat them. And on Wednesday, you've got Swans hosting Man City, who will be strong favourites to progress. I think it would be a real statement for Wrexham if they were the only EFL team left in the competition with 8 teams remaining. And of course, in terms of global attention, media attention, and another billboard day or night for Wrexham on a bigger stage than they've been previously in the last few years, it would be huge if they can get through and get a big Premier League team in the next round, particularly great if it's at home. Also, in terms of Phil Parkinson and his squad, you need a big squad. You need a lot of players to be contributing if you're going to have a strong season. And this is a big night for Wrexham's fringe players. They are likely going to have to be the ones to step up and win this game for Wrexham, because this game is between matches against Middlesbrough, away from home, which must have been a huge effort and a really, really good point that Wrexham got. And the next Friday night, they've got Coventry. And so I think rotation has to be on the cards here. And there's a load of Wrexham players, some of whom were brought in the summer, probably thinking they might be starters, who are currently not the ones having a positive impact on the team. Sam Smith and Ryan Hardy are the obvious ones at the top of the pitch. Will Smith play in the Kiefer Moore role, and will Hardy play off him? Or will Hardy have to be a bench player even in this competition? Because you've also got Broadhead against Windass in the battle to be the one that plays off Kiefer Moore in the league. At the moment, Windass tends to start the games and Broadhead comes off the bench. So does that mean we're looking at Smith up top and one of Broadhead and Hardy off him? Whoever does play, these are really important games to make the most of it and take their chance. At left wing back, we've got Longman against Cae. He's only just come back from injury, the Kiwi left wing back, and we're still waiting to see who Parkinson wants to go with going forward. Longman started on the weekend. Who will start here? Cae could do with having a really strong performance. And Cardiff's right side is probably where they're most dangerous, so it won't be an easy game for the left wing back. Hopefully we'll see Ryan Barnett at right wing back, who we know can add so much to this Wrexham side, but has lost his place to the very impressive Kabore. In midfield, there'll be some rotation for sure. Might we see Ollie Rathbone? It remains to be seen. Could George Thomason try and continue his momentum from the last few league games? And at the back, Might we see Dan Scarr? Might we even see Connor Cody, who's been dropped recently, but is very much there if Parkinson wants to use him? Really, really interesting from a team selection point of view, this one for Wrexham, and I think important for a number of fringe players to try and give them a bit more to think about. And then last but not least, wouldn't it be great if this game is as exciting as Build? Wouldn't it be great if this helps to reignite the rivalry between the Welsh teams in the English football pyramid? And from a Wrexham point of view, wouldn't it be great to have a way of establishing their dominance within that group of teams? Because between Swansea and Cardiff, they've had it all their way in the last few decades. But with Swansea struggling in the league, with Wrexham going pretty well, this is a great opportunity this season for them to be proven as the strongest Welsh club in the English pyramid. They haven't played Swans yet in the league. That comes in December for the first time. But these rivalries have to be good for Welsh football. And with Cardiff going well in League One this season, there's a good chance we have all three of those teams in the Championship next season. And obviously Cardiff do a lot for Welsh football in terms of developing academy players. We've talked about that a lot on this channel. And in the last Wales squad, you had Dylan Lawler, Ronan Capaccio, the Colwill brothers and Isaac Davis, 5 Cardiff players in the squad, all youngsters. For Wrexham, that's going to have to come over time. Their academy is not nearly as established as that. But what they are doing is, as well as signing a lot of eye-catching players from all over the globe, still showing some intent to retain some Welsh roots, particularly with the signings of Kiefer Moore and Nathan Broadhead, who both have a lot of Wales senior international appearances to their names, are important players for Craig Bellamy, and I've no doubt he'll be watching this game very, very closely. And who knows, if Swansea beat Man City, perhaps we'll get another all-Welsh tie in the last day. That would be quite something. Hope you enjoy the game. Drop your score predictions in the comments. Mine is 2-0 Wrexham. That's what I think. What do you reckon? Subscribe to the DragonSports channel and head to dragonsports.co.uk for all the best Welsh sports news with no ads.